Okay, so right here, okay, let me go place it. Let's look on next one at start filter. And start filter, it's represent some light reflection from aperture blades when opening become too small. Most lenses using the blades to control amount of the lights coming from the lens. So and this is will affect, that's what happen when lights reflecting from this. Interesting things about this again, why do it they try in like in Light Factory, they have it actually very accurate to represent on a lot of imperfection on the lens. And if you want to create a very accurate lens, what you do, you actually look what elements have it inside and combining with the obviously with the filters different type, you can simulate this lens very accurately. So it's kind of understand how each of those working and what reason is kind of important. Again, one thing I want to mention, be sure to check the Light Factory documentations that come with this with your plugin, because it will explain a lot of nice options and help you going a little bit in details more. So, but let's look more on a properties what we have. We have a position, was same as before. It's allowed us to adjust position of this aperture, and reason for this star filter, because aperture on some lenses may locate it front of lens or in the back, so you can change position. Again, one other things I mentioned, you can have it accurate and it's simulating, but overall you're the artist, you are the one who created, and if you feel you need to have 20 of those stars all over places, just place it. Again, that is what will make create unique and more interesting effect for you. So next we have the brightness of this effect. So again, this is kind of small subtle effect, and I'm just pop up brightness so we can see a little bit better. We have overall scale. We have a thickness of the also blades. Okay, let me go pop up, and you can notice right here, just maybe between lines, it's kind of add a little bit thickness to this. Angle, position. The count is kind of more important for realism, because right now we have 12 strikes. This is will represent 6 blades. If, for example, you have a 5 blade, you probably want to put a 10 count for those strikes. So it's kind of multiplied by 2. So in some cases you have it 9 blades, you probably want to have it 18, but most time it will be very accurate, stay with the 6 or 5 blades. So in this case, let's go play back to 12. Okay. Oops. I just cannot type today. Okay, there you go. Okay. So we also have it also wide opening for those blades as well. So it's simulating very nicely. Also, we have an option for the morphic, same things before, and for the thick of the blade, so you can see over interlap and exchange. So in this case, we can open effect, so a little bit bigger. You can see right here where we have it intersect of our reflections. Overall, the star field, it will represent the aperture blades reflections effect on your image. Okay, let's go back. And our next one is polyspread. Before we actually going to circle polyspread, let's go to the single poly or disk, and we'll look first. So what is happening? Single polygon, let's add. You can see right here we have it kind of shape. Currently it's 5 sides. Again, right here we have it position. So let's go set this to the 1. Okay. So we have it on the middle. Our brightness of polygons, scale, so we can increasing and a little bit softness for the single polygon will apply to the edge. It's like featherings. Okay. And this is effect the polygon and the sides of polygon will again determine by how many blades in the aperture will be. So for example, 5 sides will apply for the 5. We want 6 blades, maybe applying for the 6-sided, so you can modify it. The single polygons is nice to use it to reposition a little bit, maybe away, reduce brightness, and increase center fade when it's overlapped, and increase sided. So it's kind of, let me enable right here center fade. Okay, so you can see it's kind of going apply to the center. Let's bring closer so you can see how it's fading when we come closer to the middle. Okay, maybe even closer, and it's become brighter if we're moving away from the center of our lens. So just simulate real effect. Okay, so right here we have it our, and this is very again straightforward. So we have it our color, we have it fade to the center, not center of the polygon, center of the positioning. Okay, we also have it angle, kind of rotation of this, softness, which represent feathering on edges. Okay, and anamorphic. We can also change different colors. Overall, the reason is why I want showing this single polygon, which is kind of more straightforward to position. So when we're going back, and now let's look on the poly spread. So now imagine we take a bunch of those polygons right here, and we kind of try to reposition them. So you already saw individual elements. This is elements in a group, and this actually saves time, because many times maybe you're going and says, hey, I want those polygons you saw in the lens set, plenty of them. Instead, position them manually. You can have it this spread and work together. You have some limitations on how to position them. So if you prefer, you can still go to single and assemble by yourself, or this is provide very nice work around this. So again, those is each spread. It's representing element of the lens inside the group of your lenses. So, and they will have this reflection of the light that pass through the aperture. So let's go right here. We have our position. Again, it's going from the center, ways we used to have the crosshair, if you remember. Okay. We also have brightness of the element, same as before, so we can apply it. We have a scale of the element, and one thing I want you to notice, it does not scale overall spread, it is scale each element from the point they're located. If you want to change the spread scale, it will right here scale with. So we can combine those elements together or spread them wide apart. And if you spread apart, right here you can see. So if you have it a longer, more tele kind of lens, you probably want increased spread width because lenses. Or if you have it shorter lens like 50 millimeters, you want probably bring a little bit closer if you want to simulate. Again, this is suggestion. This all creative and art in a way you feel it's kind of going. So we have it count of the elements. Currently we have 20 of the elements. We can reduce to 1 and different. We can go obviously to the 100, 200, and you can type in some elements. Okay, in many cases, if you want to simulate your lens, you can easily find from manufacturing how many elements it has, so you can put it inside. Sides is similar what we saw before. You can have 5, 6 based on the aperture if you want it, or you're almost going to all the way to the round. Your minimum is, however, will be only 3, so you can put it 2 if you want to have this kind of interesting effect. It will allow you to do so, and we can use this and apply some more arts kind of effect. Of course, you will never see this in a lens, but as the maybe create some sci-fi effect or light spreading, so you can still do this as well. Okay, random seed, it's allowed you to position in random those lenses, so you don't want to have it exactly the same position. So you can play around, see which one will maybe fit better for your lens. However, you cannot switch them individually, position of those. So next we have the brightness. Bright random, you can see it's applied random to our elements, and of course if we're going all the way down, it's kind of -1, so almost no randoms will be applied in this. And of course let's remove our color to randomness, so we have it pure white in this case, or color that we will apply it. Okay, let's go back to here. So right here you can see with a brightness we can apply and change brightness, base it. Right here you can see the different ones. As well, brightness will affect if you have a color random seed, and your color random seed will affect a little bit more on what color you're using. If you use solid or white color, so it will apply like tint option almost. The more random seed effect, of course you can combine which one you like better. So let's, for example, let me move to a little bit more other lights, and you can see right here we can have a different color random seed, so I can find approximately same color that I may be looking like greenish white, and as well brightness. And notice combination of the brightness and color will affect some of those colors, how they're presenting. And of course, remember, if you don't want any randomness in a color or brightness, just set everything to -1, and it will prevent anything of the effect. So you can go reduce little bit brightness, so we don't have the white overwhelm. So we can go with the colors that we selected.